Ladies and gentlemen, I am your planetary defense commander, Star-Lord New Thor 7. And we got a lot to talk about today, so let's get to it. We're going to start off with last night we had a Coronal mass ejection C-class solar flare that was Earth-facing, but people are guessing that it won't have much of an effect on things. But I'm still taking our already high weird weather watch up a notch. I mean, look at this baby. It's kind of like two lips, and then the lips split. That's crazy. And it is Earth-facing. Then we got our double bubble moon retrograde satellite, or whatever, eclipsing the camera. And, as I've been talking about for about 10 days now, we have a very dangerous situation that needs to be monitored if you are in its path over the next week. It's slowly kicking up right about now over the middle of the United States as moisture streams from the North Pacific and then the South Pacific and then the Gulf all combined to create a superstorm, although this storm will not be as bad as the next one. So this hits the middle of the United States tomorrow in a bad way, and then this is 5 days from today, or 4 days from the other part of the storm. And let us look at this thing, man. Like, this is the newest model run, and before, this giant column of super heavy rain wasn't until about here, but it keeps moving the giant column of super heavy rain backwards. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that. And either way, the QPC, I'm sorry, I guess I just like the letter C better than F. It must come from old schooling. The 7-day qualitative precipitation forecast, that's probably what it's called. I don't know. You may want to double check that shit. That is what we're looking at. And remember, even the blue is about an inch or more. So we are seeing a lot of areas get a lot of rain, with the Mississippi River and Tennessee Valley, it looks like taking a big brunt of the damage. We got some colors all over our volcano winter map. The entire state of California looks to be under some type of a, just be aware that if all that Sierra snowpack melts, it could be trouble. We got winter watches up in the Dakotas as our storms are moving east. That is part of our bullseye, but technically I'm looking for some. Where did you go? You were cool, and then now I look like a dumbass. Way to go, man. I have my program going all fantastic. Note to self, watch your self-talk. It affects your mood. Thanks, me. Let's get back to the program. Alright, that is our giant complex of rivers that is causing me consternation. And you know what, buddy? You may be like, well, hot dang. Those are some cold flapjacks, because Thor News sure as hell can't talk. How the hell can you defend the planet if you can't talk properly? I'll remind you people, Mercury is in retrograde. And if you trust women, a lot of women think astrology is real. And I agree with them in a lot of ways. Not necessarily that 12 horoscopes in the newspaper are going to tell you exactly what's going to happen that day. But different planets have different energies. And that Mercury is underrated. And so when Mercury goes retrograde, things get wonky. And my ability to think clearly and speak clearly sometimes goes to pot. And no, not good pot. Like bad pot, you know? It's like dropping your burrito in the toilet. It's like, what the hell were you doing eating in the bathroom in the first place? That's only going to lead to bad things. This is Ilurutha. That is the moon and Luna by Mercury and the sun. And remember, all the gas giants are on the same side, so we are looking for an uptick in volcanoes and earthquakes, volcano activity, over the next, I don't even know, 6 years? With it increasing. Alright, now let's get to the newsy news, because y'all love that shit. And if you're offended by the word shit, just pretend I said chit. What's the difference? Although chit makes me think of chiggers. They're these weird little bugs you get and almost never come out. You want to avoid them at all costs. Rafael Viscardi. We just had a 6.0 earthquake in the Philippines a little while ago. This may say 3 hours ago, 2 hours ago, but all of my machines are compromised, so this is technically deduct 2 hours from these and take a guess. Meredith Garofalo at Garofalo Weather. I don't know if you know that. See, I can't even say my own phrases correctly. New info. Brand new cities have been added to the NWS SPC enhanced risk for Saturday. Damaging wind, hail, and a few tornadoes are possible. Yep. We're talking about Paducah, Jackson, Memphis, Clarksdale, Jonesboro. And I gotta say, out of all these cities that are on the list, the funnest to say, even though this is very dangerous, very deadly, very serious, are Paducah and Tupelo. No disrespect to all you other vanilla rice cake named cities. Yeah, this is very serious, and as we saw with the EF4 tornado that killed 23 people last week in Georgia and Alabama, if you are anywhere near the path of even the yellow, I would stay aware of the squall line or main storm line as it passes on Saturday. It has a chance to bring up some straight line winds that are major and tornadoes that are deadly. And so, as soon as the squall line passes, you are in the clear. And happy International Women's Day 2019. May you ladies live long and be prosperous, and somehow men and women learn to live in harmony together. And if y'all could forgive me and men for any crimes and sins that have been committed now and throughout history, that would be wonderful. Meredith Garofalo, again, a closer look at the tornado outbreak from this past weekend in the southeast. And this last storm, though it was deadly, it was picturesque and beautiful to behold. I say that without disrespect to anybody. Mother Nature is an artist. And rain, lightning, wind, earthquakes, volcanoes are all in her palette. This is from AM Geophysical Union. And my voice just broke like I was screech. Uxinadadan. Landslide in Oregon. See, it's weird. It's like Canada, but it's in Oregon. Okay. My jokes are behind as well. An update on the Highway 101 earth flow near to Brookings. And as you can see, part of the highway has literally been broken up and taken out. Because the entire west has been getting either heavy snow or heavy rain in a lot of areas. And already we're on to the next storm. It's brought to us by R. Guthrie 0209. Already day 5 Tuesday. And so we're watching our next storm move in, and it has a 15% chance of severe weather in the West Texas areas. You ever been to Midland, Texas? It's a very interesting place. Mark Torello, Weather Watch. A wintry mix of rain, sleet, and snow developing Saturday morning in southern Minnesota, turning to periods of heavy snow Saturday afternoon. Periods of snow likely through Saturday evening, but looking dry Sunday. Blowing snow will be a concern all weekend in Minnesota. All right. There are a lot of jokes I can make. I shall not make them. And hey, what do you know? We come like the Papa Cat channel. That we've had 42 exhalaciones, 1 explosion, 2 seismos, and a 76-minute tremor at the volcano in Mexico that has been going on for about 5.5 weeks straight, nonstop, all day, every day. And so I think that is affecting a lot of things that are going on around us. We had another messy system expected Sunday for the upper northeast. Brief snow, sleet to rain in southern New England and northeast PA. And it's been noted that from a lot of meteorologists that Even a lot of meteorologists are getting a lot of trolls and angry people and getting yelled at all the time. You guys got to cut some slack, man. Everything is changing so fast, especially with the volcanoes. It's hard for anybody to get a forecast accurately, super accurately all the time. And especially, like, I don't try and pick snow totals for little spots up in the Northeast, so I save myself a lot of trouble, although I still get my more than fair share of it. Chumps. I'm sorry if I called you a chump. I did it in a moment of weakness. I wish no one harm. Or, I don't want to insult anybody. I'm just here to be cool and bring us together. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, cut them some slack, man. You know, well, the main thing, that's why I'm glad it's Planetary Defense Commander. I'm trying to save lives and get people prepared for the future. A, I think I'm doing okay and helping to save lives. B, I'm probably doing pretty shitty on getting people prepared for the future. But technically, you got to put that grade on a curve because it's not like the collective is really willing to, like, work together. Like, literally, that's the last thing they want to do. It's like, the Christians are like, no, hell no. The Bible says we are forbidden to work together. And the atheists are like, hell no. Society forbids us from working together. I'm like, oh, geez. Okay. Most major California reservoirs are near or significantly above their historical averages as of midnight. Lake Shasta, 89% of capacity. Historical averages kind of gives you a basic idea of how much weirder it is than mean average. I guess mean average is like the same word twice. So what we watch is the main totals. Like Shasta's already up to 89%, so that's cool. No, it's not. But compared to San Luis Reservoir, that's at 99%. So the main ones we were watching are San Luis and then Shasta. And remember, this shit can go sideways real fast if the Sierra snowpack starts to melt. And one decent-sized hot storm, meaning rain, can melt a lot. But I don't think we have any major troubles like that coming anytime soon. Asterisk. The big actual danger is it's staying frozen and then avalanches. We are having the biggest avalanche season I've ever seen. And I just woke up, so I'm kicking it over to Weather Channel, seeing what they got for us. Heck no, I'm not giving up my ad blocker because that means I got to watch a minute of commercials every single time I pull a 1-minute video, which means if I want to pull 30 videos, that's an additional 30 minutes. Nobody got time for that. Pretty safe to say nobody alive has seen a week like this. Yeah, and I'm trying to put together edited videos for you guys. A, my concentration has been shit in this Pisces energy, and I've been out of my concentration medicine. B, I'm still having hacker issues. That's why I keep trying to go live, but I keep having sound problems. Down to my second mic. You don't want to hear about my troubles. Pretty safe to say nobody's alive has seen a week like this. Roads and ski resorts are closed amid the extreme danger. We had a major avalanche that in Colorado, it took out like a highway, buried the highway as people were driving. We got good video footage of it, but I can put it together. We got a winter storm ahead out the north, which is going to bring blizzard conditions. It's like 3 hours or more of over 30 mile per hour winds, something like that. You got a severe threat taking aim this weekend, where the hot meets the cold. You got thousands of quakes in Antarctica. I watched this video, and this video is hilarious because it's not hilarious. Because it's like, there are thousands of quakes in Alaska. Why? I mean, in Antarctica. And nobody mentions the fact that they found an additional 94 volcanoes in Antarctica, bringing the total like to 173. So, there was no mention that, oh yeah, there could be volcanic activity, which is increasing the melt of the glaciers and bringing earthquakes. It's weird how, like, I keep talking about, like, man, bro, that Mexican volcano's been going on for 5 weeks straight. When was the last time you saw anybody mention it? Especially on the regular television or, like, mainstream media network. Like, oh, guys, we find out of all the things we could be talking about, I just want to mention this volcano that's just been going up nonstop. It's been going up nonstop. All right. Beth Carpenter, updated severe weather outlook for Saturday. Upgraded to an enhanced risk for severe weather. All modes possible, including some strong tornadoes. Yeah, I don't expect this bullseye to grow wider. Was it Friday? Yeah. And then we got about 35 days till Game of Thrones. Now, I'll do a run through here. And I just want to say, I will be doing what I can to put out some videos. Try and raise me a little money for my concentration medicine is ready. I just got to pick it up. Bad news is, when I would drive my car to the place that sold it the cheapest, it was like $50. And now that I got to go get it from somewhere within walking distance, it's like $85. So any contributions or donations allowing me to get my concentration medicine would be awesome. And I promise and guarantee you guys would get some badass edited videos that came out afterwards. I would like to do a Thor News Drive-In Theater edited video. And I've been working on a bunch of them. Anyway. And, I got invited out to a rock and roll show Saturday night. Then possibly late night snacks after. And so, seeing as I think I left the house once. Not concerning trying to go rescue my car. Man, that was a complicated affair. And so, yeah, I won't be driving because I don't have a car. So I plan to hopefully have a couple drinks, dance, and eat some pie if I can afford it. That is all on you guys because, I super appreciate you keeping me as your planetary defense commander. You guys have been amazing and awesome. And you've kept me alive and I still have internet connected plus electricity, so I'm happy with you guys either way. So yeah, as you can see, we got some storms rushing in. But the good news, asterisk, is that after the two storms, this shows not much for the 11 days after. So you get storm 1 goes through, storm 2 looks really nasty, and the two combined are going to cause major problems in areas that have major problems. But then after that, other than Florida, nobody really gets hit hard. Florida gets a constant stream of moisture over it for almost 10 days. So yeah, Florida, you might be in trouble, which we will watch. But for 11 days, man, there's like nothing. But if you want a conspiracy theory of this shit, you could say that they always have like a limit to where they want to keep the total accumulated precipitation to where so they don't freak too many people out. And so, just this storm alone brings a whole lot of moisture. So if they were to throw any more storms up there, this map would be looking pretty scary pretty fast. You know what I'm saying? So that might be one reason that I go run that this literally shows almost no storms other than for Florida after the storms pass over. This is GFS. Man, I'm 18 minutes in. It's crazy. I'm going to relight my cigarette. Yeah, the GFS is going light on Saturday storm. But both models are going super heavy. Oh, what was that? That went up the coast on the 17th. And then you got major action, which almost looks hurricane-ish. Yeah, it's a made-up word. But no, it is definitely crazy times. And I don't trust these maps for shit. But as the king of weather Twitter, crankywxguy, always says, take them one at a time. Yeah, but technically we're taking them two at a time here. Because this is going to be like a double feature. Double monster feature of weather. Storms. But look at that thing. We've got to watch that. What's that even doing? Remember, I imagine those waters are really, really warm. Wait, what else we got? I think I lined some shit up. So yeah, that is our major danger spot. Here is our Orion arm of moisture. Because look, the whole thing was I'd been tracking this moisture stream, and it used to be like this. I named it. I was like, oh my God, I should win a Nobel Prize. Only because I get to dress up and maybe eat a steak. Okay. But so it used to be like this. But now, the New Zealand bloomin' onion of moisture has been kicking. This is like Orion's shoulder, his tricep, elbow, forearm, wrist, and then his hand. And so that atmospheric river I'd been tracking for like 2.5 years has now turned all the way into that, which is like a super, me and Cranky agree, this is the coolest feature on the planet. That it's amazing that more and more people aren't talking about, but look how crazy it gets up by the mountains. And so, yeah, we're in interesting times. And it's an emotional up and down for me because I've been trying to get us all to work together for 5 years, and that hasn't turned out too successfully so far. And it's weird to watch everybody get rabid over the bullshit political stories they roll out for y'all like every single 3 days. It's like everybody gets all rabid about one story, and then that story is like totally gone and out of everybody's mind 2.5 days later. Although the R. Kelly thing, they sure seem to be milking and are sticking around. And if R. Kelly's such a bad guy, what the hell are you giving him airtime? You know, and I don't know. I think he went to jail for evading his child support, which is a crime. But I'm wondering, I don't know. It's just weird that letting the media try crimes now. Being tried in the media is a very Spanish Inquisition-y, reverse Salem witch trial shit, where they can just try anybody they want. And you just get enough people and bots to point fingers at people, and everybody be like, that person is guilty. So this is some scary times. So yeah, hopefully I can raise enough money to have a couple drinks, because I'll be honest, I'm ready to get turned, man. I got a lot of pressure built up, a lot of emotions. Being planetary defense commander ain't always pie and unicorns, cake and giggles, although I try and bring the giggles when I can. Although it seems like the angry people and the jealous people are ratcheting up again. They have their waves up and down too as well. And yeah, I can understand if people wanted to be jealous of me. I am super duper awesome, cool, and amazing. Who knows? If I weren't me, I might be jealous of me too. I'm not jealous of anybody though. Except for the people who get to hold someone at night and cuddle. And that's not really jealousy. I think everybody deserves it. Well, shit, I don't even feel good using words anymore. Shit, you use one word, people are going to miscommunicate, and you're going to understand people popping off, people misunderstanding what you're trying to say in Mercury retrograde. That shit is real. And so, shit, just 1-2 words put together give me a lot of trouble, and that thing looks crazy. So here you go. This is like sitcom time amounts. Sitcoms for 30 minutes, they get like 8 minutes of commercials. So this is at 23 minutes now. I'm bringing you guys the value and the information. There's a lot of information in this. Yes, indeed. One last thing. Let's go check out I'll try to go live later. I just think it's either, I don't know. Some people just like to be a thorn in the lion's paw. I guess if you're a lion, you just gotta learn to deal with it. Although dogs and horses are my favorite animals. Love all animals, man. And usually they love me. So yeah, there's our giant Planet X mean sea level spot. It's looking a bit road hard and put up wet. But as you can see, it's still the same spot. It rides this thing like a roller coaster as it comes over. Most of the times it goes straight up into Alaska, but we're going to keep our eye on it. And yeah, technically we're on, because of that solar flare, we're on super high earthquake and volcano alert. Okay? I want everybody to stay cool, be great, have a good weekend. If you would like to contribute or donate to my weekend, I will leave a PayPal link in the information box, and I'll also leave Cranky Weather Guy's link to his blog where he breaks things down in the information box. And I want y'all to have a great weekend, and just know that I really appreciate you guys. I think you guys are fantastic. I'm grateful for all the love, the support, and especially the prayers. It never hurts to say a prayer for me, everybody in the world. I believe in the power of prayer. But God is great, so let's be awesome together. Because the peacemakers are the children of God. technically we're all the children of God. See, I say that, and there's always going to be like 12 people get really mad. But people have been mad at me before. I survived. Stay cool, and I'll try to do the same. Peace out. God bless everyone.